The twist is finally revealed. One girl leaves and two get in another fight. All this and more next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, guys? I never get tired of these lights.
Yeah!
That was our special guest in the studio. I'll just introduce her right now. We have a special guest from the show. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mish. People call me Michelle sometimes.
Michelle, Mish.
Mish from DoubleShot of Love.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And alongside me, my panel is always...
Hi, you might remember me from last time, the lovely Lauren. And
yes, the lovely Lauren.
That's how he introduced me. But yeah, guys, Lauren, I'm so excited, and I just want to let you guys know that I was sent to you from heaven, in the words of Christina.
Yeah.
Very nice. What's up, guys? I'm Vinny Adams, and glad to be here to talk about another episode of DoubleShot of Love.
And I am your host, CJ Walker, and I'm ready to talk about this exciting episode. So what is your overall thoughts about everything?
My overall thoughts is crazy girls. I'm just taking it all in. Christina's crazy.
What did you guys think in terms of like this versus the premiere?
This versus the premiere?
Yeah.
Oh, that is. I'll let you handle that.
It
Vinny.
was good to see the girls interact. The girls that were with Pauly and the girls that were with Vinny finally interact with each other and see how they mesh. See like who gets along and who doesn't, which we saw, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I really thought that the premiere kind of threw a lot of info at us, so we had to meet a bunch of new people for the first time, and I feel like we're finally getting to know these girls like personally and see their connection. But let's just go right into the episode. So the twist, like I said, is finally revealed.
Yes.
Do you think that the girls, or I'll just ask you, Mish, how did you respond when you found out that it was both of them to be the suitor?
Yeah, so I remember my reaction. I have a picture of my reaction. But I remember going into it. I think Nikki spoke on it last time, but I was nervous because Pauly is 38. And from the first night, I knew he had a 5-year-old daughter. And, like, all these factors, I didn't know if he was the only guy on the show, like, if I would stay. Yeah. And I was really nervous about that. So, boom, day 2, they dropped that bomb on us. And so I was really excited because from night 1, I already thought Vinny was kind of cute, and we had a moment night 1 too. But
He stared at me 1 second, and I was like, I knew he was the one.
It was during the ceremony. No, but I remember telling the producers, I was like, oh my gosh, like, can we date the host if like Pauly doesn't work out? But so I was really excited to get to know Vinny, and that made me feel like so much more comfortable. So I was really excited.
And what do you guys think about how the girls reacted? Do you think they were excited about it or not?
I mean, I don't think they would be excited necessarily because it's more competition. Like, they thought, I only have to compete against 9 girls. Now it's like, 19.
But also, like, night 1, not gonna lie, we were kind of like, this is it. Like, this is kind of boring. You know?
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, all right, this competition is getting real. Let's do this. Game on. So I kind of think they liked it.
Yeah, and it was like really cool to hear their version of night 1 versus our version of night 1. Like we were swapping stories, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it seemed like only a few girls like jumped ship. You being one of them. You started off with Pauly, and then you went to Vinny, and then same with Holly. She started off with Vinny, and she went to.
Well, Holly's celebrity crush, as she mentioned, like I don't know how much more this could be emphasized. Like she literally
said it so many times.
When they asked us, like I was thinking like, oh, Zac Efron or like Michael B. Jordan, and like she literally like Pauly D is her celebrity crush. Like she could not describe a more perfect person. So like imagine that. You know what I mean? Like
was it just like for the show?
No, she legit.
I wonder if casting found her like on a fan page.
No, she auditioned. She found out about the show on Facebook, and like I went on Pauly's. I was stalking him after the show, and she like is a fan. Like she like likes the post.
I can see that.
She's legitimately a fan. Like how I would be about.
I think that'd be like scary though, because I know at one point in the show I was like, homie, you're like doing a lot. You're doing the most.
Yeah.
You're telling him about his whole life that he doesn't even know. Okay,
that's
maybe she doesn't need to be.
But that's so creepy though.
Not so much.
That's just really creepy just to like hear all that stuff.
But at least he knows she's there for him.
But like he was even like, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah, he was afraid. He was frightened.
I would be afraid. Imagine like a girl that you or imagine not a girl, imagine whoever you're talking to knows like everything about you. Like that's gonna be.
I mean, that's my dating life anyway.
But like what?
Tell us more.
Yeah, I'm so famous. Yeah, no, that definitely is frightening.
Yeah, like I would be
cringy.
Yeah, I'd be like really.
Well, because then you would think like, oh, are you dating me because of the perception you have of me, or because like you want to get to know me?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's definitely different when you say like, oh yeah, I'm a fan, like I grew up watching you, versus oh my god, like I love you, I know this about you, I know this about you, and you know
she
all
was
that
like,
stuff.
just wait, I'm gonna say so many of your quotes.
Right,
and I was
exactly.
Like, that's when you heard the creepy music.
He said them out himself too. Like he would always be like, you know, like. What would he say? He would say all the quotes, all the lines, all the time. So I guess like she was going off of that. So like,
but I feel like she did it overboard, and that kind of took him back. So I feel like I should say this for her predictions, but I think she's gonna be gone sometime soon. But we will see. But this episode was really good. We did not see that much of you though. Yeah. Why was it?
You guys.
You're so mad.
It's like, where is she?
Like, what am I supposed to tell my mom? I was on it, I swear. Like,
yeah.
I know, it's like work on a group project and like, you know, like I signed my name on the corner. Like,
yeah.
And to be real, like I would say like, you know, like at the pool party, like people would say like that, like, you know, I was a pivotal part of the pool party. Like, I, you know, I cracked a couple jokes. Vinny would know what's a cat's favorite dressing. And,
Wait, what was it?
Can you answer that, Joe?
Yeah,
oh my
what's a cat's favorite
god.
dressing? Ranch.
Oh.
Yeah, all the kids know. Do you get it?
Ranch? Like, she
Oh,
did it like a cat?
okay. I'm like, wait.
I got it the first time.
Yeah,
I got you.
Literally, like, if you watch the episode back, like, I'm at the bar, like, realistically, how long do you think I can be at the bar? Stay behind the bar. You know me. I cried night one. Like, I would not stay in one place just to be still. So, I'm kind of disappointed that our conversation didn't get played back, but it's okay. Vinny, I still remember it. He called me Aquafina.
Aquafina, why?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
You know, like,
Wasn't she like the super rich one? Like
no, she was like the best friend, like the super funny
Oh,
one, like the life of the
oh my
party.
god. Okay, I
and
remember
like
that.
we bonded, we talked like about my family and stuff, and you know, that was one of my favorite conversations. And the second favorite conversation was like at the date. And why was I the only girl that conversation didn't get shown?
Yeah.
Was it really? I was trying to keep count when you told us. You were literally the only one?
Because he didn't have that many girls on his team.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
5 or 6 of you guys.
Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah.
and I'm like, you don't even know why I went Team Blue. All of a sudden, you see on my screen, like, oh, Misha's wearing a blue robe. Well,
Yeah, because I was like, did you just like jump ship for no reason? Like, yeah, I didn't.
no, because Vinny and I clicked, and from the get, and like I remember in the house, people like Victoria, Elise, even Elle, Maria, like everyone knew that like in the van on the way to the date, like we were just, it was only us talking.
You
like,
and Vinny.
Yeah, it was nonstop, and like we had a connection from the start.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just sad that it didn't get shown.
Yeah, and it sucks because in the premiere episode we see how you're having a little bit of a tougher time than the other girls. So it would have been cool to see how you rose above that.
He called me out. He called me out. He's like, "Oh, you're the one." Well, first of all, he's like, "You're the one who cried." I'm like, "You saw that?" Because we didn't know that they were watching us.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, why were you crying?" And then he called me out. He's like, "You also don't know who I am." I'm like, "How did you?" He's
Did
like, "I
you
heard
actually not know? I want to ask you.
Yeah,
did
okay.
you really not know who they were?
So I knew of Pauly D. I knew of him.
Like you've never heard of the Jersey Shore?
I know of Jersey Shore. My parents don't have. We never had cable. I had like
Yeah.
illegally watched Disney Channel growing up. You know, like Saturday cartoon. Like I'm Asian, so
Don't come get her, guys. Don't come get her.
yeah. But I do watch Are You the One? Maria, what's up? But so it was interesting because like Vinny came down at first, and it was a moment before we saw Pauly as our
And
bachelor.
you were like, who's this guy?
Darren, everyone was like, "Oh my God, I knew it!" And
I knew it.
I was blind. I don't know if you remember, I was squinting on the way in. I was blind, so I was like, did I really quit my job for this nobody? Every
time someone says something shady, just sip your.
I'll do it right now.
I'm like, did I really just like quit my job for someone I don't know? Or like, do I not recognize him? Like, I was like trying to be like, is he a famous host from something? Because legit, I thought he was our host. I was like, he's not Chris Harrison. Like, who's this? Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then they told me that he's Vinny from Jersey Shore, and it did nothing for me.
Yeah. Well, so you knew Pauly D. Did you know him when you saw him?
I recognized his Reese's Cup hair.
His Reese's Cup hair.
Hey, he's sponsored by them.
By Reese's Cup?
Yes, he told us.
Because of his hair?
Because of his hair, they just sent him a PR package. I'm like, yo.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so I recognized him, and also because like I was in Greek life in my college, and the boys, Alpha Chi Omega,
What college?
Darrington AKO too, if you're watching.
Nice.
And so all of Greek life love Jersey Shore. Like they are huge fans of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I knew they would have freaked out if they knew I was on the show.
That's funny. Well, yeah. Before we get into more details about the one-on-ones, I want to throw it to Vinny and see. Did I say Vinny or
You said Vinny. It's all right, I'll take it.
Vinny
I'll take
Guadagnino's
it.
live in the studio. He looks a little different.
I'm a little bit darker. A little bit darker.
But
Back from Cabo.
All right, guys, we just want to thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. But in order for us to grow, we need your help. So if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're listening to us on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. We are so appreciative for you tuning in and just watching us and helping us continue to grow. So thank you.
that was awesome, Vinny.
Thanks, man.
Awesome, Vinny.
I need my own show now.
We need to get him a cauliflower crust pizza ASAP.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Hey,
What
we
is
both
keto.
were on the keto diet. I was on the keto,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, he was a keto though.
Wait, what?
A what?
He would eat pizza on some days and eat ice
Oh, a
cream.
Cheeto
You
Guido.
can cheat sometimes,
Cheeto
though. You
Guido.
can cheat
Okay,
sometimes.
I got you.
But it's his brand. You can't be the keto Guido.
I know we don't
and-
talk about not cheating on this episode.
But no, we will just jump back into the one-on-ones. So again, how did that play out with people picking the teams? Did they just like go for who they were more into for the challenge?
Yeah, I think most people. Are you talking about like the pool party?
Yeah. So when they were doing the boxing thing,
Oh, okay.
how did people choose the teams?
So originally, we as the girls hearing the host say the challenge, we thought. Well, originally we all thought we were going to be fighting. So that's why my hair's in a bun. Like we thought, those are out, you know. And then he tells us that actually the boys are going to be fighting, and we thought the boys are going to pick who's on their team. Like we didn't know anything.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we thought that too because we were thinking, there's equal number of ropes, so there's a limit, so they have to split us up in half. And they're like, no, you guys are picking. So we're like, oh shoot, okay. And then they told us that the winner is gonna take the winning group out of the town. And so I feel like at this point you either had two strategies. You either one were like, I really like one over the other, and I want to spend time with them no matter what, and that was me. That's why I chose blue, even though I didn't think Vinny was necessarily gonna win. And
Shade, you gotta save your
but
team.
I pumped him up during the rounds. I was like, yo, you need to have the.
Girl, you are shading Vinny. I thought you loved
There's gonna be a
him.
lot of tea
He was
sipping
losing
for this
at
after
first.
show.
He was losing at first, and I remember I looked at him and I go, manifestation, law of attraction. You need to.
Oh
You
my
need to
God.
like pretend you're gonna win, so then you win. And I think also you have to remember, we haven't seen the real world for like a long time now, because
Wasn't that just day 2?
day
Wasn't
two
that just
that
day
you guys
two?
see, day two
Oh,
that you guys
okay.
see, but we were.
Oh, so you were in there longer.
We were in a hotel
Okay.
and holding for a while doing business.
Inside scoop.
Inside scoop. And but this is before we even filmed night one. That's why night one we were all so excited because we're like, finally human interactions.
Yeah.
And then so and then like we were on hold while they did their night one, and so we were on waiting, and so we haven't seen the real world. So I think people picked who they thought were gonna win because they're like, well, I get to go outside,
Yeah,
That's crazy.
get a
That's-
real
I can see
meal.
that.
Wow, this is like
I can see that.
Yeah, it's like North Korea.
What was there to do when? Because obviously you guys weren't filming 24/7. So what was there to do when the cameras weren't rolling?
In the house.
Yeah,
like,
in the house.
In the house, yeah, there was a fish tank, and we were concerned.
this was jail.
No, legit. There was a fish tank, and Elle and I, we were like, is anyone feeding the fish? Like, we were concerned. We're like, is there a fish
Hey,
that
that's
we
a
taken
good
every
thing,
time a girl
though.
goes home? Like, we
Were you allowed to like listen to music and other stuff like
Nope.
that? No.
We couldn't even sing.
You couldn't
We
even-
sang Thank You Next so much and Seven Rings because those were the last two Ariana songs that just came out before we filmed. And, because they can't show it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and you know, they would have wanted to talk about what's relevant,
Yeah,
or else you
I
guys
get
wouldn't
that.
have the show to watch. Yeah.
I got you. And so yeah, like you said, and like
games
we saw, Vinny won the challenge.
Yes.
You got to go on a date, or your group got to go on a you got to go out on the town. But I feel like there wasn't really a loser because they both groups got to spend time with everyone, and everyone got to have like a one-on-one with people. But yeah, so we saw one of the one-on-ones that really intrigued me was Nikki, our girl Nikki's one-on-one. She was made out with Pauly D. No. Yeah, Pauly D.
Yes.
She made out with Pauly D. What was the tension like when the girls found out about that?
So I was out with Vinny while Pauly had their night. And what's funny is that I remember, because we were texting each other during the whole date. And
You and Nikki?
And like Nadia and like all of them, like,
okay, yeah.
and I remember coming back. They were all saying that it was a really chill night. There was no drama because they all really worked as a group. It was one of like for Pauly's girls, and we were really surprised. Vinny's girls, because we were like, oh, how's Pauly doing with, you know?
Yeah.
And they really came together. They were like helping out with dinner and stuff. And so when we came back and hearing the drama about Nikki's kiss, it was like, what's going on? Because obviously you saw Nikki told us that she didn't kiss him.
Yeah.
Why do you think that she lied? Like,
Because she didn't want people knowing.
but why wouldn't
What do you mean?
she?
A girl doesn't kiss and tell?
Well, Nikki.
But when you're in a competition, I feel like
think-
that's a way to get in other
No,
contestants'
but like
heads.
she's competitive, but you have to think about it. You have to be smart. It's like the rabbit and the tortoise.
She didn't. I get what you're saying. She didn't want anybody to see her coming.
Yeah, like they didn't want to see her be like the rabbit. They wanted her to see her be like the tortoise. Be like, oh, she didn't kiss him.
Yeah,
Okay,
got
yeah.
it.
And I agree with that. You know, it's her business. You know, she doesn't have to
No one
tell
has
anyone.
business on reality TV, but yeah,
True,
I feel what you mean.
True.
Oh, B Lashes knows that really well. Like any business that you say on like if you don't say it now, it's gonna air out 3 months later. So might as well say it now.
Okay, I get that. So, but then, who else was crazy? Another crazy person. Oh, who did Christina make it to the one-on-ones?
Christina left.
She was
In the beginning of the
she
episode.
got to she
I
was at
forgot.
the
I was, like,
bar.
blanking out.
She was at the bar and she was talking to Vinny.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So she did. Wait, no, she didn't go to the competition though, did she?
No, she literally left after the pool
The
party.
club.
Okay,
the
yeah.
club.
Let's just
Yeah.
talk about that. Christina's
about the club.
let's talk about Christina leaving. Why?
So Christina, remember, I never met her night one. So I was trying to give everyone like, you know, an open slate. I was like, oh girl, she's pretty, and like she helped me do some yoga breathing exercises at the pool party. Like I liked her, and she had drama though that they didn't show moving into the house, and so she tried to take 2 beds. In Marissa and Darren's room,
Yeah.
and I wasn't there for that because Ashley, Nikki, and I were in the same room, and so I remember all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, nobody wants me in the room," and I was like, "Oh, be fine in the room!" Like I didn't know what was going on, and like,
Yeah.
and so already it was weird. And she was unpacking everything. I wasn't even that confident because I was like, you know, I'll unpack half my stuff in case
Just
I
in
go
case
home
you go.
tonight.
Yeah.
Right? And she unpacked everything. She had a book of sex, like everything. She unpacked it all. And so that's why when she started packing her stuff, we're all like,
What are you doing?
yeah, like she had her bookshelf, like she unpacked everything.
She just
She
seems
brought
like
her own bookshelf.
Like I think there were bookshelves, but
No, she brought her own
She brought her
bookshelf?
own books. Oh, girl, how much free time do you think we're gonna get?
Do you think she was doing it for the cameras, or is that her real personality?
At the moment, I didn't think. I thought that was really her. Okay, but think about it.
I
Like,
thought that was
think about it.
Simpsons.
She said it. She's like, I live 5 minutes away from here, and like I feel like Christina has a very specific lifestyle she likes to live.
Yeah.
She eats a very specific type of food.
Needs
The
to know where her
chicken.
chicken's coming from.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Organic.
Yeah, and she like does work out, and like you know when you're living in a house on a show, like there are
gonna be-
stipulations.
yeah.
Like there is a gym, but it's outside. And
Is that what's wrong with that?
well, no, but remember when we filmed this, it was raining a lot.
Oh, okay.
So like you know,
yeah.
and there's like schedule conflicts, and so and already she like you know made a lot of enemies out of a lot of the girls. So I think
Yeah.
she was like, I live 5 minutes from here.
I
But you
need
don't think
this.
she made those enemies intentionally? I feel like
I think
was-
she did what she would do in normal life. I think she would do that in real life. I don't think she's
Got
on a
it.
girlfriend.
Yeah, I feel she just seems
Well,
like
she did
she's a
say that.
lot.
Yeah.
She seems like she's super
loves
extra.
herself.
Yeah, it seems like that. I really wanted her to stay because she seems like she would make
I agree.
great TV, but like she just seems like she was super rude. When she said, I wrote this down, she was like, "I'm sorry, no one knows you, Vinny." I was
That
like,
was
I didn't know him.
But you didn't say that to his face, though, did you?
Yeah, and it wasn't maliciously
like,
not knowing him.
Right.
I don't think she meant it maliciously. I think she's trying to be real.
But she was like, "I know of you, Pauly D, and I'm sorry, no one knows you, Vinny, but you'll get your time," or something like that. I was like, that was so rude.
And
though.
I think she said that because she knew she was leaving. She was like,
she wanted to go out
I
with a
have
bang.
nothing left to lose.
I think
Why not?
because they kept trying to keep her to stay. Because I remember we could hear it, and like she really didn't want to stay, and so the boys kept trying. So I think she was trying to say that maybe to like get them to stop.
Yeah.
Because the boys told us later, they're like, yeah, when she said like, oh, everybody likes me, they're like, all right, where's your suitcase? Like, let's all like go.
Yeah.
Like,
Was that just her personality, or was like, did like alcohol get involved, or like what?
I think she's also weird. Like she like
She's also weird.
she made a pass at the girls. Like
Really?
Yeah, like she made a pass at Nikki, I remember, and like I feel like that's why she was close to Victoria. Maybe she was making fun of her. But she's like weird. And like, I gave her my tofu. 'Cause we had food, plates. And like, she's like, oh, I forgot what she was like. Oh, I don't have mashed potatoes. Like, and I was like, oh, girl, well, I'll take your mashed potatoes. You want my tofu? She's like, yeah, I'll eat tofu. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, I gave her my tofu. And she was
were you cool with her at all? Or?
We were until the club night.
Okay.
Yeah, the club night was rough for her. She got stepped on.
Okay.
And then
was that an
Well, she
actual
was
club?
rolling on the ground.
Yeah.
She got
It's a
drunk
risk
at the
to
club.
take.
Well,
She
I
was
know,
wasted.
Was that club like real, or was it just like?
So they decked it out in the house.
Okay.
There's a room called the club, and so Pauly did a set there. And
Okay.
yeah, and what's interesting is that the dance was like a challenge for the
Yeah.
girls, and there was a date to be won. But you guys didn't see that. But B Lashes, she killed it, and she did the B Lash bop, and she won a date. And she
B-Lash
she
bop?
got she got to choose between Pauly or Vinny. She got some one-on-one time with Vinny.
Okay, I got you. And so let's go back to that one-on-one time. Who were all of you guys' favorite one-on-one, and like why?
I like Nikki's because she's, like I said, she's in it to win it. She knows that this is a competition. And you can't get mad at her for doing what she's doing because she wants to get her man.
Yeah.
And she's not being like, I don't think she's being mean or anything about it.
She's being
not
real.
She's not calling anyone out of their name. She knows that what she has to do to get whoever she wants.
Nikki is a firecracker. I
Yeah.
like that. She just like doesn't. She is, like you said, just going for what she wants and doesn't care like how she gets it.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about you, Lauren?
As awkward as it was, I liked Elise and Vinny's moment. It was kind of
Yeah,
awkward.
That both of these kisses were not
yeah,
great.
But the music helped.
The music definitely softened a really awkward moment. But yeah, I liked their moment. It was very intimate, kind of.
I guess. It was super. He was just like, he said something like twice. I was like, why does he keep saying that? And they just like
Yeah.
awkwardly kiss. It was weird.
It was weird, but it was so weird that I didn't see it coming. So yeah, I liked it.
Who's your favorite Mish?
I'm trying to think.
Was it yours? Your
It was
one-on-one?
mine that never aired.
Who had another like great one-on-one that we saw?
That you saw. I'm trying to see.
And like how did it actually like pan out?
I'm trying to think.
So
They didn't show
did we see Darren's one-on-one at all?
No, she just stole her.
I'll tell you, Victoria's,
Yeah.
you barely got to see it because Nikki stole her.
Okay.
Stole him.
Wait, Nikki? No, Nikki. Oh yeah,
At the
I got
first
you. I
thing,
got you. But yeah, Darren kind of did have a one-on-one after she stole it stole.
Yeah, we
Him
just didn't
from-
see it.
They just talked
Yeah.
about wine.
Yeah.
red
let's just
wine.
get
Yeah.
into the Darren stealing. Darren stealing Vinny from Nikki. Pauly D from Nikki.
Vicky.
Wait, no, Nikki. Right? I'm not good
So
with
thanks
names,
for tuning in,
guys.
everyone.
I'm sorry, but yeah. So Darren stole Pauly D from Nikki.
Got
Correct.
it.
I got
Yes.
this. Okay.
Yes.
So how did that go down? Or you weren't there?
I wasn't
were you?
there. No.
So
What
what do you?
rendition did you get in the house? Whatever that.
Yeah. What like story did you get?
Oh, yeah. When we came back, you saw Nikki was telling us like Darren ran around everywhere, telling like, "Oh, Nikki kissed Pauly. Nikki kissed Pauly." Like that was not her business. And yeah. So that's what we heard, and that's when I asked her like, "Oh, is that true or
Yeah.
not?" But yeah, watching it back, I guess like Darren really was trying to like keep an eye out because she was trying to be like, oh, I want time with Pauly, because again, the time you get with these boys are limited because of schedules. So so I can see that, she's like looking at me like, oh, I want to swoop in, and then she sees the kiss, and obviously like, that can add fuel to the fire. So
yeah. Do you guys think that Darren was in the wrong here, or do you think it was Nikki?
In the wrong to tell people, or in the wrong to steal?
Both.
I don't think she was in the wrong to steal. That's what they're there to do.
Yeah.
And I don't really think it's wrong to tell either, because
Exactly. No, I
everybody
agree.
needs to know.
Yeah.
I get why Nikki was trying to keep it a secret so nobody would see her coming.
Right.
So I get Darren's
I
like,
feel
look
like
out for her.
Darren was just trying to start some trouble and trying to make herself look better and trying to like get everyone against Nikki so she could like break her down. Basically.
But is that wrong, or is that just a strategy?
That's not good though.
The thing is, this is a competition.
This is a reality
You're gonna
TV.
do what you have to do to get your guy.
Yeah.
And you can't get mad at it. You can't get mad at it, unfortunately.
I guess, but like
No room for morals on DoubleShot.
It just seemed so in this episode, or the first episode, Darren was like super weird. This episode, we saw a more serious side of her, and I just felt like she was just like doing the most to get Pauly D.
And like she said in the show, she saw Nikki as a competition. She was like, "This is the girl that I'm gonna have to beat." So she's put on her gaming shoes or whatever, and
Gaming shoes.
her competition shoes, and she did what she had to do. So you can't hate her, just like you can't hate on Nikki for doing what she did.
I'm not hating on Nikki. Nikki's my girl. I love her. I think that she was awesome. I wouldn't have told anyone if something happened. So I felt like that was a good
Well, okay,
strategy.
let's rewind.
Okay.
Back to after the club.
Yeah.
Elise kissed Vinny, right?
Okay.
And Holly knew about it. And how did Elise said it in an interview? And she's like, yeah, I don't want people to know, but like, it is what it is. Why can't that be the response?
Because I feel like it's just a different. Maybe it's just like the person.
Like, if you make it a big deal, then it's going to be a big deal. But if you don't act like it's a big deal, no.
Or lie about it, because did she ever acknowledge that it did? She kept saying it never happened.
Right,
So
she-
she actually.
Who, Elise?
No, Nikki.
Nikki.
Oh, Nikki. Yeah.
She never said. She still was saying, "Why is she
Because the girls kept
lying?"
asking her.
Yeah, but if she would have just owned it like Elise, it probably wouldn't have seemed that big of a deal.
Well, even, like, imagine, like, we were the girls that she was confiding this to upstairs in the room. And she was telling, like, her emotions, and we think we're close to her.
To
And
Nikki?
she just lied to our faces as well. She has no loyalty.
She has to build her alliance, get you on her side.
But why does she need an alliance? Why does? But what does
That's
she?
how she is,
what
though.
does she owe you though? Like, why does she owe you to tell?
It's like warfare. It's like you are as strong as your alliances.
I mean, but like, she's there to get a guy. Not
But
to
every
make,
show
she's-
you see like this, there's always alliances always form though.
Still though, but like, if you're in a competition with a bunch of girls to get one guy, why would you make
Have
an
you
alliance?
watched The Bachelor?
I know.
The girl who's like, I'm not here to make friends. Never
Literally,
leaves.
everyone says that on every reality show. I'm not here to make friends.
But I'm here for the right reasons.
What
you know, like,
What
Yeah.
was the alliance for that second episode?
yeah, so it's like, like, obviously you saw Maria, Zuli, me, we're all in the same room as her, and that was right before her and Darren, like, went at it. There was a moment downstairs that we were posing for something, we were waiting and holding, and I guess Nikki had a pillow, and she had asked Darren to move it or something. I forget what it is now, but there was a moment, and Darren said something apparently under her breath, and so that's what made Nikki more mad on top of the kiss.
Okay.
So the whole, kissing and telling. So, and then B Lash just came into our room and was like, "Don't talk about D like that." And then that's when, like, we're like, "All right, let's go to the other room and let's all talk about it since we're all talking about it." And so that's when the whole Darren versus Nikki thing came about.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's like just quickly talk about the elimination ceremony. Did you guys think that Ashley was going to be the one?
No.
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 I just forgot about her though.
I did
Like,
forget
I
about
literally,
her,
when
but
y'all
I
were like
didn't think she
Ashley, I was
would.
like, who's Ashley?
I
just
thought it was going to be
forgot.
Holly.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was going to be Holly
You
because
did. Why did you think Mish? Because you were there. Why do you think Holly?
Yeah, so I remember that we were all upstairs and, like, for the cap ceremony, and Holly was super quiet, and I was like, "Holly, what's going on? Like, you think you're coming?" And I didn't know she had confronted Pauly about cheating at this point.
Yeah.
And so she kind of spills, and so I'm like, all right, you accused him, or asked him, right? You asked him about cheating. Like, that's a huge one. Like, maybe she's going home. And a lot of us thought that, I was going to say, to be fair, because she thought she was going home, too.
Mm-hmm.
And because I thought Ashley had a good moment with Vinny on our date. We all thought that. Because Vinny came back and was like, I liked all you girls. Like, you girls made me feel good. And so we all thought we had great conversations that night. So I thought at least Vinny's girls were all safe from the date. I didn't think any of us were going home.
Why do you think Holly brought that up to Vinny? Because you haven't been that far into the game.
Yeah.
You would think it's like common sense not to bring up something so touchy. Why do you think she brought that up?
Common sense to some, but also it's like for Holly, she's always going to be who she is. And it's a little, we're all quirky in our own ways. And so she felt in the moment that it was right because cheating, the subject, was brought up. I mean, Elise and Vinny talked about cheating in their date. I mean, I don't know if they asked each other if you've been cheated on, but, like, it got brought up. So it's, like, one of the most common, especially 2019, like, everyone cheats, So it's like, so it gets brought up. And the fact that she heard it from a friend, and that's why she wanted to bring it up to clear the air, because if you heard something about from your friend, about someone you just started talking to, would you want to clear it in the beginning before you get serious with them?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree.
I don't think that Pauly's response was how it should have been, because I feel like he kind of like took it negatively, but like in a normal relationship, like that's something you'd probably talk about.
Were other girls around when she brought that up?
That's
or was
what I
it...
was gonna say. I think if Holly would have asked him alone, I think he would have not have taken it, because not only did she ask him with another girl present, but she was like, I have receipts because my friend told me. So that's a double like, whoa, you're kind of coming for me, versus you just really want to know.
Being open about it.
Yeah, but I don't think she meant bad at all.
Yeah, and I think in hindsight, 2020, I think she learned from it.
She immediately felt bad. I felt bad for her.
Yeah, I can see why you would think that Holly would leave now, but then like Ashley, I feel like she left because she was just like there. Like, no, I don't remember her. The most that I remember her from was her slamming the door when she walked out.
And she called Kate Cheetah Girl.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Like, well, because I thought that she would be the mean girl.
The villain.
Yeah, and she...
You guys didn't get to see a lot of Ashley. Ashley was one of my roommates, and so... like, she is super cool. Like, she's super cool. And, like, they showed her talking about her work a lot. The reason is because she was talking about how she works a lot and she's looking for someone to come home to. Okay. And so, obviously she likes to talk about work, but she has that lifestyle. That is her lifestyle. She's not a clout chaser. She's not like that. So... I wish you guys got to see more of her because she's so funny. Like, you remember? She was like, oh, my parents think I'm gay because, I never grew up.
Oh, yeah, that's why I liked her. I was like, that's my life.
She's super
I remember
relatable,
now. Super
humble, super funny. Like, yeah, I liked her.
Well, sadly, she's gone. But let's get into our special segment.
Yes. All right. So our special segment is Spiral Squad. If you don't know what that is, Spiral Squad is... We're going to pick one girl who went way too crazy on this episode. I'm going to pick Christina, even though she's no longer...
Didn't we pick her
We
last
picked her, but I pick her again. I think she was way over the top. She spiraled.
She has 150 days
like
to live.
no other. 150 days, and she likes her organic chicken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Lauren, you go next. I had to think about
mine too. I'm gonna go with Christina. I actually didn't choose Christina last week. I chose Kate. But yeah, Christina, that whole like I was sent from above for you, it took me out. So yeah, and she took herself out of the competition again. So Christina.
Mish.
I can feel them thinking between me.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So for mine, let's see. I don't know. There was this like one girl. I think her name was like Michelle or Mish or something.
She was not even mentioned in the episode.
But no, even though I just defended her, I would say mine is probably Holly.
I knew you were gonna say that
because like she, even though this probably like contradicts everything that I just said.
Yeah.
She probably shouldn't have brought that up, and like she was probably going to make it farther, and she stepped on her own feet by doing that, so she spiraled out of that. So yeah, Holly is on my Spiral Squad. What about you?
All right. So Spiral Squad is like someone crazy?
Yeah. Who went crazy?
Like extra?
Sure. Yeah. Who went crazy this episode for you?
I guess I would would say Darren, because like that wine, like it's so early on. Like, why do you have to talk about like, oh, well, red wine makes you horny? Like,
Oh yeah.
I love you, girl. I love you, D, but like,
Okay,
save it for the fifth day. You know what I'm
I can see
saying?
that.
All right, but guys, let us know below who you want on your Spiral Squad, who went crazy, and we would love to engage with you and talk about it a lot more. All right, guys, let's get into predictions.
Predictions.
I love that.
Your AfterBuzz TV.
It's like my favorite part.
I know. I live for the lights.
All right, guys, who is or what is your prediction? I will start with you, Benny. What is your prediction for next week or next episode?
Same thing. There's gonna be so much drama. We're gonna see more of you.
Hopefully.
I know we're gonna see more of you.
Tweet at MTV. Where's Mish Gao?
I think Nikki is gonna step up her game even more, which I can't wait to see. It seems like she's gonna be that girl to beat, just like all the other girls were saying. So,
Like, yeah, we really need to bring Nikki
But
back.
do you
Yeah.
think Pauly sees Nikki the way the girls see Nikki?
What do you?
Do you think Pauly likes that, or do you? What do you guys?
No, I think Pauly likes Vin or.
Coming up next on Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
season finale twist.
They choose each other.
I think that Pauly does like Nikki, and the girls are just intimidated by that because Pauly probably likes a strong, confident girl, and everyone else is just like scared.
And the thing is, with Nikki versus not all the girls, but some of the girls, a lot of the girls that I've seen so far, they're wasted like no other. You can tell.
Yeah.
With Nikki, you can tell like she's composed. You know
Cool,
what she's
calm,
saying.
collected.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Lauren, what is your prediction?
I'll go to Mish. Okay, no. Go to
She's in the show.
I know, but
I know.
I think.
I let you all have your thinking moment. Can I not have mine? Okay, let me think. I'm happy to be a part of the Mish mob now that you're here. I noticed
Is that what you call
that's a
it?
hashtag. I saw it online.
Someone created it.
I know. I saw it on
Mish
Twitter.
mob.
And they put my picture on their like profile picture.
I know. I thought it was cute. So I had to
like
pub
it.
it for you. I had to pub it. So yeah, being a part of Mish mob. Hey, you're actually the ultimate staller because you chose me first, moderator.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm happy to see more of Mish. I also think that I kind of agree with you. I think that Nikki is going to continue Nikki-ing. And I'm really excited to
I
see
like.
more of like Ashley and the girls that we just haven't seen
Ashley went
yet.
home.
Oh, sorry, not Ashley. But you know the girls we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, like Zuhaili, Nadia.
That's actually who I was
Susie.
thinking because she's from Puerto Rico, so I got to see my sis. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to see more
Puerto
people.
Rican?
Yeah, I'm ready to see more of You Know Nothing About Me. Who are you?
I didn't even know that.
I'm ready to see more of the girls that we just haven't seen yet because we already have like Nikki established and all those people.
You
But I
guys
want to
saw,
see
you guys
who's
saw a
gonna
little
get
bit
crazy.
Victoria this episode
Yeah, it would be cool to see her too.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
model.
for me, for my prediction, I do agree.
Now that you've thought about it for 3 hours, go ahead.
The shade. I do agree. We're gonna see more of you, Mish. You were in the preview for next week, so
I was?
Yeah, when you were like,
Oh,
scoring
yeah!
the,
Right
you're like,
next
I was. But yeah, and then I really think that Nikki and Darren. Well, I want to see them fight. Like I
Nikki
want to
and
see
Darren.
them like.
Cafe.
Yeah, that would be
Typical man.
awesome. Well, I just like seeing drama play out on. That's why people watch reality shows, to watch the drama and the
Yeah.
fights. So I really do want to see that. But we'll see what happens next week.
You know who I want to see more of? Just real quick, Susie.
Susie.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
that's somebody I
I
like
love
seeing
Susie.
more. Every time
She's
Susie
so
comes
fun.
on screen, you're just like
I
light
love,
up.
like I
just
just
like
want to like
that.
go out to a bar and just like party with her.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
She's
cute.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, Mish, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. Is there
Thank
anything
you.
anything you want to say before we sign off?
What do I say?
I mean, like anything you want to like. Just where can they find you?
Oh, Instagram.
Well, like tell your.
Instagram and Twitter at Mish Gao. YouTube Mish Gao Star. And that's it.
Yeah, and I am your host, CJ Walker. You can find me everywhere at ICJ Walker, even on YouTube, because I'm a YouTuber.
Yes, he is. Hey, I'm also a YouTuber at Lauren Mayo and on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud.
And I'm not a YouTuber, but I need to start one.
He's a
I'm-
Twitch.
I'm Benny Adams. You can find me on all social media at Benny J Adams.
Not
right.
Vinny J.
Not Vinny. Not Vinny.
Thanks, guys. See you guys next week.
See you guys later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.